Freya Ruan about our Big Game Foundation.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Freya. I'm the Global Community Director of Big Game. So any one of you play games in your daily life, maybe? So we're Big Game. We build our exchange for blockchain games. So Professor Chen just made a wonderful speech introducing the description of Elastos as smart web powered by blockchain technology and that creating the trusted blockchain operating system. And we're really honored to cooperate with Elastos and build an ecosystem of blockchain games together with Elastos. So before I introduce more about our cooperation, I'd like to share some ideas about why Big Game Foundation builds this whole project as Big Game. So in my opinion, there must be a break point of the game industry in this year. So if you pay attention on the financial report of the very big game companies such as Tencent and NetEase, you will certainly find that their financial report that their game revenue is keeps decreasing comparing with the data of last season or last year. So I think this sign of decreasing is not just confronted by the NetEase or Tencent. Actually, it's the common problem that faced by the whole game industry, that mobile games, after 6 years of rapid development, are now unable to support the game needs of, at the present. So there's an urgent demand of the game industry to innovate, to inject something new into this whole industry. So I think the answer is lying on the blockchain games, because before, the games are pay to play, and later, as now, is free to play. And in the future, the games should be play to earn. So you may wonder that what's the main difference between traditional games and blockchain games? I think the answer is lying on the operation format. So in traditional games, game developers make money by selling the same kind of game props to different game players rapidly. While in blockchain games, all the game players are able to make the transactions based on the cryptocurrencies as the game tokens in the exchange. So and also, game developers must publish their token distribution plan before listing their tokens in our exchange. Blockchain game projects are just like the other blockchain projects, yes, that they are community-based. Community is the main force to exercise the influence on the development progress and the decision instead of the game developers. Yep. So now, here comes our solution for the traditional game publishers, because we provide a complete set of development keys for traditional publishers to transform their traditional games into blockchain games and help them issue their own tokens, and list their tokens in our exchange for free. This is something we could provide, and we could also provide a function of professional risk control. We actually help overcome two barriers that faced by the current game companies. One is the token circulation barrier, and the other is the technical barrier. Quite a number of game projects are confronting with the trouble to be listed in exchange, and they will wait for a long time and pay a very high entrance fee so that they could make their tokens listed in an exchange. So after that, they also confronted with problems such as installing a digital wallet to manage public keys and private keys. So we could certainly help with that. We don't charge any listing fees. We provide a standard API, which is open source, so everybody could check it on our GitHub. And this is the advantage of our solution. So after solution, I would like to introduce our exchange. It is called BGX.com as Game Asset Exchange. It is the exchange especially for blockchain games. So our guest.com consists of 3 parts. The first one is the token exchange center, where the game players could make the transactions based on the game tokens to buy some game props, to sell some game props through the cryptocurrencies. The second one is the game project center, where you could find more information about the game projects, about something new, about the new game projects. And the last one is the quiz competition center, where you could participate in some bonuses events to get some airdrops for the token that could be used in the crypto games. So this is our exchange. And when mentioning our exchange, there's a feature that should not be missed. That is our POC mining system now has changed its name as Galaxy Mining System. We are the world's first project that applies this mining system in the games that people could really mine tokens in games. So before, as we listed in our white paper, the mining system is called POC mining system, where we take 30% of our total BGX to put into the POC mining pool for all the players to mine tokens when playing games. But now with the updated version of our new Galaxy mining system, there are 3.8 billion BGX and also 22,000 ELA from Elastos and also 1 billion IMAN token from Matrix AI Network that will all be put into the POC, that will be put into the mining system for all the game players to mine the tokens, both when playing games and when conducting transactions in our guest.com. So so how to mine tokens in blockchain games? I think this is the question that you may also curious about. Here's the demo video that is about a mini game. It's a test version, and we have integrated our SDK in this game. As you could see, it's upside. So where you could see that you could really mine the tokens. There are some tokens here, including our BGX and also the tokens from our strategy partners. So this is how you're going to mine tokens in this mini game. And also another video to show that for every round of the game, you could really get some tokens as a rewards. So anyone of you, if you would like to try the mini game, please come to our stand as number 449 to test this game in person to see how to mine the tokens in the real game. So after introducing how to mine tokens in games, and now I would like to introduce how to mine tokens in our exchange as GEX.com. We certainly provide several benefits if you conduct transactions in GEX.com. First is that all the BGS could be used as commission fee when you conduct transactions in GEX.com. And second is that all the BGS that have been deducted as commission fee will be burned directly until the circulation is 5 billion as half of our total token amount. And the third is about a double repurchase program, which we also list in our white paper, that will take out revenue to repurchase tokens, repurchase BGX, and burn them until the final circulation is 5 billion in the first stage. So this will be ongoing with the previous one. And the last is about our sharing dividends, as we will take out 70% of our revenue comes from the GEX.com and also from the blockchain games that we operated, and share dividends with all the BGX holders. We will certainly hold a conference press in Beijing, China on June 30th with more official information and all the details that will be published until then. So please pay attention to our social media such as Twitter and the Telegram group, and you will know the details about them. So this is why we are the portal of the blockchain game, and this is why Elastos would like to trust us on our project. Elastos is a safe and reliable blockchain project, and it's the internet of the future. So we're really honored to cooperate with them and to build the ecosystem of blockchain game together with Elastos. And here are some games. Here are some blockchain games that we're going to transplant onto the Elastos blockchain, so that everyone could use ELA as Elastos token to play all these games. The first one is about Minesweeper game. It's just a classic game. And the next one is a strategy game. It's called Age of Emperors. I think everyone loves the strategy game because it's very interesting. And also the third one is Ape's Age. It's also a strategy one. And the fourth one is about animation game. So this is more about cartoon and comics, but also it's like a strategy game, which is very interesting. Okay, so here are the games that will be transplanted onto the Elastos blockchain. Here is about our BGX usage. At first, that I've mentioned earlier, BGX could be used as commission fees when conducting transactions in our exchange called gex.com. And second one is all members could use BGX to vote for their favorite games in our platform. So for the top games, that we will list their tokens in our exchange as well. The third one is to support game projects, that we also established the incubation platform where we gather some very good blockchain game projects and we'll list it there. And all the players could use BGX to support game projects based on DACO. And the last one is special purchasing rights, which is about all the BGX holders could use BGX to purchase some special game items, rare game props in our blockchain games. So this is the advantage that we could support for all the BGX holders. So this is my contact, and our booth is number 449. And if you have any questions, you will always find me there. And once again, I would like to share that we're the exchange of the blockchain games, and where we would like to grow together with all the blockchain game projects, with all traditional game projects as well. So as the saying goes, that everything has its time, and the time must be watched. So I think it's the perfect time for the blockchain game industry right now. So let's just seize it together with Big Game and Elastos, and let's become the innovator of game industry. Thank you so much. Thank you.